Okay, I think that we're live.
You think?
Welcome to 802 Scoop, live from 185 North Main Street in Barrie. I hope something is happening where it's not wanting to connect. The internet is being super funky, and I'm not surprised. The phone and everything has been crazy, and I have been in a couple of stores lately that say that their card machines are down or the system is really slow, and I wonder if it has to do with all the smoke.
Maybe it's what do they call those things? Solar something that
Yeah,
that interrupts the.
something in the forces is disturbed. I think. I don't know. Who knows? But it did not want us.
Solar flares. That's what they call.
Yeah,
them.
and but it did not want us to connect at first. So I think we're connected. I hope we're connected. And if anybody knows if we're connected, telling me so would be absolutely amazing, because I can't tell otherwise. I'm trying to look on my phone, but that's not cooperating either. But anyways, just in case people are watching and can hear us, let's kick it off with last night or 2 nights ago.
Tuesday night.
At Tuesday night.
Yep.
At the park for National Night Out. That was a pretty cool experience.
I thought it was. I think I went to the very first one, I think, and then I haven't been to one since. And I thought there'd be more people there, but it was a decent turnout. And
yeah, it wasn't bad.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought there would be too.
It was really nice to see as many police officers there as there were.
Yeah.
They take a lot of shit, and
Oh boy, do they ever.
and they were mingling with people, and people were talking to them. It was good.
Yeah, they had the dunk booth.
Yeah.
They had food, and we had people from the fire department were there as
Yeah.
well. Joe Aldsworth was helping on the grill.
He was slinging dogs and burgers there on the grill.
That's like his thing, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
He,
he loves that.
Yes, he does, and I see him post pictures of him like having these huge barbecues
Yeah.
at camp, wherever his seasonal is
think
or
he's-
whatever. And holy cow,
I can't think of the name of that campground, but it's out.
Thompson Center,
Yeah,
or Thompson
yeah.
Hill Center, or something
Yeah,
like that.
I think he even does pig roast too.
Yeah, he does. And so I wasn't surprised to see him on the grill at all.
No.
Because that seems to be, where he's happy doing all that good stuff.
Even
But-
the Public Works Department had 2 new pieces of equipment on display down there. They had a brand new excavator
Yes, I saw that
and a
part
brand new
next to the.
dump truck.
Yep. Nice stuff.
Yeah.
And sometime soon, I'm not sure of. I know it's been pushed to maybe next spring, right? But sometime soon they'll be in a great new facility holding all
Yes,
that new
they will.
equipment.
Yeah.
So that's even better.
I'm sure the city will do a big, like, open house thing at the new
I hope so.
DPW.
That would be great if they
And
did that.
if they do that, I hope people go first and look at the old facility and look what they worked in all these years.
Right. See the holes
Oh,
and
yeah.
the like. There's literal holes.
Yeah.
And in crappy space.
That's the old saying. People used to say you could throw a cat through there, which is not nice. Who'd want to throw a cat? I mean,
That's
cats
right.
are nice.
Right. And who would want to sit and have their lunch break in there, right?
Oh, that place it was a mess.
It's terrible.
It is a mess.
Yeah. So hopefully that can happen soon.
Yeah.
And that new equipment can be put up. But yes, it was a great night. I thought I heard that Cassie Deering won the grill. They
Yep.
were raffling off a grill. I heard that she won that, and the kids all seemed to be having a great
Yeah.
time. Of course, Michael Booten was there with his electric trike and making balloon stuff for the kids and adults. He was making hats and
Yes,
flowers and
he made me a
animals.
hat.
He made you a hat?
Yeah,
But you
I don't.
gave it up.
I don't. Yeah, I don't wear balloon hats.
Yeah,
So
you gave it up. I think Michael Deering
Yeah.
adorned that
Yeah.
hat, and I don't even know what it was supposed to be. I think like a big butterfly hat. or
yeah, I
something.
don't. I had no
wasn't
idea
real-
what it was.
I wasn't real positive of that, but you know,
Kids liked it though.
yeah. They absolutely did, and it's just good to see everybody coming out and getting together.
Yeah.
Like, that was awesome.
They had some nice helium balloons too, and every now and then once would get loose and fly away, and some of the kids were yelling to the cops to shoot it down.
Oh, goodness. Take it out with the taser. Come on. Yeah. What are you waiting for? That's, yeah, I mean, it's funny. I think it's funny. Some people would probably have a bird, but I think that's great.
Yeah, and it looked like the police had a new cruiser there too. I saw Jake bring it in and parked it on the lawn there, and he had all the lights going. And you know, that's good. It's good to show people what we have. It's even better to show them new stuff when you can compare it to the old stuff.
I agree. I agree totally. And a couple of times, man, we were standing right close to one of the police cars, and holy cow, they let those sirens go. The kids
Yeah.
love the sirens, and that's a little startling, not gonna lie, especially when you're 10 feet from
Yeah.
it. Yeah. But it was a good night, and like you said, it was great to see people out. And I don't know, did you see our window out front? Did you see the window?
I just went and looked at it.
Yeah, Morning Glory Artistry, Kenzie Collins.
Yep.
She did that on Saturday. The 802 Scoop backs the blue, and I wanted to have it done, make sure that it was done ahead of
Yeah.
National Night Out. But I just think it's important that they know that anyway. I think it's important that they know that they're supported by, there are many of us that support them. We don't all think that they're,
Right.
you know, not doing their job. And the majority of us, I think, know better and know what they're up against. And of course, I started selling the blue light bulbs
Yep.
quite a while ago now. They're $10 a piece. I just ordered a bunch more, so I'll have more of those real soon to kind of replenish. I think as of right now, I only have 10 or 12 left of the original batch, which means I think we're up to $1,020 so far that we've earned
Wow,
from
that's
selling
great.
those bulbs, and 100% of all of it is I bought the bulbs. 802 Scoop bought the bulbs, but we're selling them, and 100% will go to Christmas for Kids.
Good.
So yeah,
I bought one.
I yes, you did.
Yep.
And I just think it's an awesome way to also just show them that, you know, we truly do
Yeah.
support them. There's a lot of stuff going on.
There is. There is. You know, stuff that we might hear somewhere, but we can't talk about in public. But
Yeah.
you know, as a kid, I respected the police officers,
Yeah.
and I still do. And I think those guys have a real tough job.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
You can't please everybody.
No. And we know that times have changed enough so that there's a whole generation or what seems like an entire generation of people, kids that don't respect. You know, there's absolutely no, I don't even know what to call it anymore. I really don't. And as an adult, I respect them. And I know that I taught my kids that that's what they better do as well. And I don't think you have to have an iron fist. You don't have to, you know, be whipping your kids with a belt. But I think that consequences sure as hell don't hurt at all. And that learning that there's consequence from a very young age is super important. Yeah.
You know, I've known, you know, a lot of the guys professionally when I worked with the city, but I got to know them personally too, and I really feel for them because they try their damnedest, and it doesn't matter what they do, someone's always beating them up about it,
Yeah, exactly. And
figuratively, and sometimes literally.
right, and sometimes literally. And then, you know, and they literally put their livelihood on the line every day for that reason as well. They have to worry about the disrespect. They have to worry about getting sued, getting fired, getting, you know, all of this stuff is something that's on their plate. Never mind the protect and serve part,
Right.
which is huge in itself. Now you add all this other shit that shouldn't even be the case anymore.
You know, they run the chance of getting poked by a needle too.
Yeah, yeah. It's way different time for sure. And
Yeah.
you and I think, say that a lot because we always talk about, the good old days and stuff we did. And we were just talking about a couple of weeks ago with the Heritage Festival,
Yep.
how things have changed even there.
Yep.
And it's unfortunate, but hopefully they know that they are supported.
You know, well, we
in
talked
many
about it,
ways.
how when we were kids, you know, we lived in the north end and the pool was at the south end, but we were allowed to get on our bikes and ride the old railroad bed, which is now most of it the bike path.
Yep.
And it was, you know, my parents thought nothing of it. Just get on your bike and go.
Yeah. And you don't do that anymore.
No.
No way.
If I was raising kids now, no, I'd bring them. I'd bring them myself. I'd find a way to drive them up to the pool and pick them up later. But
Yeah.
it's just such a different world out there.
It is a different world, and sometimes it's really hard to swallow,
Yeah.
for sure. And I don't know how. I don't know how to go forward at this point. I'd like to dial it backward.
Yeah.
A ways,
Yeah.
a long ways, really.
I have noticed in the last few weeks, and I don't know why, but things seem to be quieter. Mm-hmm. You're not hearing a lot of, you know, panhandling and robberies. It seems to have quieted down.
Yep.
Why, I don't know, but
Yeah, I don't know either. But I agree that, you don't seem to hear as much of it. Sometimes I wish I didn't have a scanner because then you hear a little bit too much of it and you think, yeah, these guys, they're running hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
I only turn mine on once in a while. If I hear a lot of sirens, then I'll
Then you'll
turn
turn
it on. Yeah.
Mine stays on almost all the time.
Yeah.
It's almost always on. Yep. And well, because of this,
Yeah.
and this is what I do. And so, and then I have to pick and choose what I post and what I don't post. And sometimes that's tough. Yesterday I posted some stuff that some people felt that was really horrible to post. And I posted a video of a person that was obviously in distress up at Green Acres. And I, myself, didn't post that to humiliate that person at all. The addict. I posted it intentionally to humiliate, hopefully, the dealers and to bring light to the fact that we continue, or the state continues, to fund these homes where, women mostly are allowing people from out of state to come live with them and sell their drugs from their homes. And when they sometimes, and this is where the police get a bad rap, right? They sell these drugs, they get busted, the police go in there, they raid these homes, and then the people are still there, right? They're still dealing.
Yeah.
And some of these, sometimes 2, 3, 4 times they're getting raided and they're still there. And that's frustrating to people, but it's just as frustrating to law enforcement.
Sure
I
it
mean,
is.
that's a lot of work and a lot of effort and time into that.
And then they go to court and they get released on conditions and they're right back on the street.
Right. And then the housing authority is tasked with trying to evict them. And that's no easy task either. It just, that process alone is long. And in Vermont, they don't support landlords very well,
No.
if at all. They just don't. And so, the expense and the time and what you have to go through to get someone out of an apartment, especially if they're funded, is tough.
Right.
And, I say, if you're dealing drugs and get out, and let the person next on the list that truly needs the help get that help.
Yeah.
And it should be that simple, but it's not. So changes got to be made there as well,
Oh, yeah.
for sure. our camera's like all, our feed is all shitty. I don't know if the sound is all shitty. It's blipping in and out. It's driving me crazy. But Linda Kuchar says, read the police blog and the Times Argus
Yeah.
each week and see the stupid shit
Yeah.
that they have to respond to. And that's just it. It's stupid shit that they're constantly on the go for.
Yeah.
That we didn't hear of before. Usually, if the cops went out before, it was because they were patrolling Main Street. They had time to communicate, and you knew who they all were. I mean, was it Martin Provost that used to walk up and down
Yeah.
Main Street all
Yeah.
the time? Like everybody knew who he was.
Well, he was like the Jolly Green Giant.
Yes,
That's
he
why.
was. But everybody knew who he
Yeah.
was, and everybody knew who Trevor Whipple was, and and even Officer Pombriant. I feel like everybody knew who he
Yeah.
was, and I just, it's not the same anymore. There's because there's not time.
Right. There's no, and I remember when we first hired Brad Vale, and that was one of his goals, was to have the guys doing periodic walks up and down Main Street.
And they
just so
do. They
people
have
could
been.
see,
They've
and they
been
do.
trying. Yep.
But it's not as much as they could be
Could be
doing
doing.
because they get pulled away for these really stupid things every day.
Yeah, yeah. Let's switch gears to city council. So not only were you there as a councilman the other night, but a proud papa.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that was cool.
that was cool. Yeah.
So why don't you tell everybody, Granite City Blast, they honored them basically.
Yeah, yeah. So it's my son's baseball team. My son Jordan started his own. It's sort of like AAU. It's pay to play type of thing, but he started his own thing, and it's called Granite City Blast. And they did basketball last winter. Last year, they started like a fall baseball team. They got invited. They got an invitation from Cooperstown Hall of Fame for this thing that they do every year, and it's hundreds of teams from across the country that go to this. You get to be invited, but then you have to come up with roughly $30,000 plus to bring your team there. That's a cost for transportation, housing, etc. So they got the invite last summer. They spent the fall and into the winter raising money.
Yeah.
They were raking lawns, they were mowing lawns, they ran Calcutta, they ran a couple other, fundraising things, but they did everything, shoveled driveways, and they raised enough money to go. And so they're leaving on Monday the 11th. So I had mentioned it to Nicholas and Tom, we should maybe, recognize what they've done. So we did. We did a presentation Tuesday night. Tom and Nicholas, when I got there, had all the stuff in front of my chair and said that, well, it was your idea. You're reading the proclamation and handing them out. So,
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool.
It was cool, and they spoke.
Yeah.
And my
Yeah.
favorite was the one that said he said his name, and instead of saying his
position.
and his
Keegan
position,
Myers.
Yeah. Whatever the coach tells me to
Yeah.
do. I thought that was hysterical. I was listening into that.
Yeah, because the kids would get up and they'd say their name, and I play shortstop and pitch. And when Keegan Myers got up, he said, well, I just go wherever the coach tells me to.
Yeah, yeah. It was. They did a great job, and they did. They really worked hard, and
Yeah.
they did get a lot of help from the community, and they have repeatedly made posts saying, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you, and I really believe. I mean, they mean that. This is a real big deal to those boys, and
Yeah.
they worked hard to get it, and I think they're very grateful for the help and the support that they did get, and. It's just awesome. And your son, obviously, too. I mean,
Yeah.
respectfully, and the people that help post, that manage the Facebook side of it, and the media side of it, and all of that. They did a great job.
And I'll tell you, every one of those kids' parents put in a lot of hours helping, too. They're a great bunch of kids, a great bunch of parents. I love watching them play.
Yeah.
I should say too, I saw on Facebook, I think it was, so there's a gentleman from Barry down at Cooperstown now. He'll be there. He was there for last week because I think this thing runs like 2 or 3 weeks. Mark Bernier, who used to work at Booth Brothers.
Yeah.
He's an umpire, Little League and Cal Ripken League umpire. And I think this is his second year, but he's down there already. So he'll be there next week when they get down too.
Nice.
So,
Nice. That's awesome.
do a good job, Mark.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's the thing is it was a huge community effort, and I hope they have a blast.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to have them back in here so that they can tell us all about it when
Yeah.
they get back.
That'll be good.
Pretty cool things that our kids are doing
Yeah.
in the community for sure.
Yeah.
And that's something to it's truly something to be proud of and rally around them. And speaking of rallying around, the Nodes family, so there's a huge benefit coming up, the Nodes Farm fundraiser, it's called. And Mark Tatro is going to come in next Tuesday and talk to us a bit about that. We're going to shift gears a little bit and accommodate Mark's schedule. He's going to be here Tuesday at 11, and he's going to tell us a little bit more, or a lot of bit more, about this huge fundraiser that's happening August 23rd from 2 to 8:30, and it's right up here on the lower Usley Road. But Dave Keller, Jamie Lee Thurston, Shane McGrath, Donna Thunder, Heartless,
Yeah.
and more.
Unbelievable.
As far as the music
Yeah.
lineup goes.
Food, they got the racing chef.
Yeah, like all of this stuff. There's food, there's candy, popcorn, cornhole, dunk tank, pig roast, corn roast, bring your own chair, no coolers, no pets. That's all they ask. No coolers.
Cornerstone's doing something too, right? They're doing
Cornerstone's got a beer tent.
and loaded tater tots.
Yes, and so beer and food and other beverages. There's going to be a raffle, silent auction, and more. But just the live music alone, you're not going to go to any fair this year and see any of that.
that kind of talent.
No way. And like the last time I saw that many bands all in one place was in Sturgis.
Really?
Yeah, we won't talk about it, but that's where it was. And it was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And so I just think it's super cool, and I can't wait to have it happen. Admission is by donation.
By donation. So that right there alone is awesome.
Yeah, and all of this money is going to this family. But so it's great if because you can bring the whole family, and it gets expensive if you start. If you've got 2, 3 kids or a family of 4, $100 sometimes is a lot. But if you can say, yeah, I can afford to put 25 down for me, 25 down for my wife, and a few bucks for the kids or something, but think about just what you're getting. I mean, that's a huge amount of entertainment, a crazy amount, all in one place. I can't believe it. It's going to be amazing.
I caught part of JD's thing with Mark. And when he started reading off the names of the bands, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
You'd be paying, I don't know, $100 or more to see them if they were all in one place at once. And
easily. Easily.
And for them to give their time is amazing.
Yeah. One concert, I know that last year I wanted to go to the Champlain Valley Fair to see someone. I can't remember how much it was. It was like $78 or $76 for a ticket to go to the Champlain Valley Fair, have shit seats.
Yeah.
Even if there's something to being out in a field and music and all of that going on anyway, whether,
So bring your own chair.
Yeah, like Woodstock or something. But yeah, bring your own chair and no coolers, but and just have a great day.
Yeah.
And support this family.
And it's amazing, the people that have jumped on board to help. Like Bellavance is bringing the trailers, like the trailers we used in the park for Heritage Festival. MRS Sound, which is Ezra.
Yep.
He's donating his time and equipment.
Yep. Yeah.
It's amazing how, people in this area come together for things like that.
Oh, absolutely. We're super lucky,
Yeah.
and I hope, I hope they raise a ton of money. And I know, and I just want to say that when it first happened, I want to make sure that we give thanks again to Tractor Supply, because I had reached out to Tractor Supply right away when it happened, knowing that they lost everything. And Tractor Supply was Leonard Sanborn. He works down there, and he was able to get a chicken coop, and it was all put together. They put it together for us, and they brought it up there for us, and they donated all of that.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times I think that chains get a bad rap. That's a chain store,
Yeah.
but a lot of times they're really willing to step up and help as well, because our neighbors work there,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
You got to stop and think. Yeah, it's a chain store, but their employees are local people.
Yeah,
That's-
that really rally and ask, and the managers and stuff are locals, and so they do help too. It was great. I definitely think it's going to get very crowded as well, Glenn. I think it's going to be a killer day, and we'll see
Tell
how it
Glenn
goes.
Glenn should just camp out.
Yeah.
The night before.
That's right. Because parking is, I don't know. I mean, who knows what parking is going
Parking
to be like?
could be a big issue.
Yeah, but there's fields up there, right? There's
Yeah.
farms.
Yes.
There certainly is space. So I'm sure they've thought about all of that and
I don't
got
know
all
how
of that
much
under control.
How much of that acreage they own. There's a lot of open field up there,
Yeah.
but I'm sure the abutting neighbors may just
Oh,
say,
and they are all very supportive.
Yeah.
That was one thing that when it first happened, I learned too. It was the neighbors that were, the immediate neighbors
Yeah.
that were right there for sure. And it's heartbreaking. And they lost a lot of animals. I think I read in the
200.
Times Argus this morning, that just the piglets alone, there was like 70 or 80 piglets. But so Mark will be here next Tuesday at 11. We'll talk some more about this, but August 23rd, mark your calendars now, because I think if you're going to do one event this year, this is the one to
go
do.
to.
Not only are we have a fantastic day, but
You're-
what you're supporting
Yeah.
is
You know,
absolutely
a
amazing.
family with 9 kids.
Yeah, yeah. And that are, it's a small farm. It's a local small farm, and we see them disappearing on a daily, and holding them up just seems like an amazing thing to
And
do.
these people, they bought that farm, they bought that, and
Yeah,
they just planned on working it, and
yeah, yeah. So come on out. This week, do you want to know what the crazy, amazing special is at Campo Divino?
oh boy.
This week's special, takeout or dine in, is barbecue pulled pork over macaroni and cheese with garlic knots and a pickle for $15.99. Now, their mac and cheese is already to die for. Never mind that they're going to throw pulled pork in there as well. Absolutely insane. I haven't told my dad yet what is the special, so I always tell him what the specials are. He loves the meatball sub, which he can get now anytime he wants anyway. But I know that I will be going to get this probably tomorrow night, because Friday nights is kind of like the splurge night for him, where he gets to, not mind his P's and Q's. And I know that this will probably be the top on the list. The cannoli flavors, let's see, a new one, butterscotch, and then also raspberry and Butterfinger. But butterscotch sounds pretty good.
That does sound good.
So, and then of course the ice cream window's open. Legendary ice cream, and they have gelato and sorbet and all of that amazing stuff. So stop on over to Campo Divino. Thursday through Saturday, 11 to 7. And the ice cream window is Thursday through Saturday, 11 to 8.
All right.
Check it out. Get over there. It's race night at Thunder Road. And that means that also Hillary is signed in at the perfect timing because we're going to talk Race to Read and their back to school initiative. So you can bring a backpack and school supplies and you can donate it at Thunder Road at the Race to Read booth. And or just bring a backpack or just bring supplies. It doesn't have to be, all of it together. Whatever you can do, they're collecting that up
That's
at
good.
the Race to Read booth. I think so. It's a great way to help out because the list is longer and longer every year of things that kids need to have for school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's none of it's getting any cheaper.
No, I remember when our boys were going to school, it was like, I can't have that same backpack I had last year.
Yeah. Oh, God forbid, right? And you need the binders, and then they came out with the binders that were, fancier, and the Velcro, or the this or the that, and you had to have those, right? Not things changed over the years. Well, now they all need tablets and all those sorts of things. Yeah.
I'd be like, what do you mean? What do you mean, Jordan? You can't use your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle backpack for 8th grade? Come on.
Right. Come on. Let's get it together here. Hillary says, I believe she's talking about gelato. She says she highly recommends the blood orange raspberry.
That's an interesting combo.
I would definitely try that. I think I would try that. I still need to get over there and do that. I have not done that yet. Since I've been ill and I've been getting sick a lot, I don't want to do any of that because I don't want to ruin it. Like, I don't want to have something and think it's gross when it's really not.
Yeah.
So I just have been sticking to yogurt and granola and things that I already like. I eat them, but they're not my favorite kind of thing anyway. So if I end up hating them, it won't matter. And everything tastes like shit right now anyway. But I'll definitely have to get over there and check it out. But Thursday night race, and those are probably coming close to an end. I would think. There's the Thursday night races. I don't know that they do it Thursday nights all that far. I think probably maybe this week and next week, possibly the week after, like around the 20th somewhere. Yeah, but usually they don't do it far into the school year unless they're using it for makeup days or something. But
I can't remember now. When it gets down to school time, do they do?
Oh, she says it goes into September, the Thursday night racing.
Okay.
Yeah, but the donations though, you can only make until the 24th, right, Hillary? I believe. August 24th, I believe I saw was the last night to bring that stuff. But yeah, so get up there, get out, enjoy. I think the humidity, though, is rolling in.
Oh, boy, yeah. I was looking at the next week's temperatures and humidity. We got some 87-degree days coming again.
Yeah.
And high humidity.
Yeah, it's going to be gross.
It's just a damn smoke that bugs me.
That is supposed to go out with the wind today.
Yeah.
Supposedly that's coming from the south, pushing these storms in. But this morning, the guy that was doing the weather report, he said when the rain comes this afternoon, this wind pushes up, it's going to feel jungle-like.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Hey.
I don't want it to feel jungle-like, so I'll probably be like in the house, shut up with the air conditioning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 14th is the last night to donate for the Race to Read back to school event. Backpacks, supplies, any of that, all of that.
Next
Bring it
week,
up.
isn't it?
Yep, next week, next
wow.
Thursday. Rolling right up on us quick, but I think the start of school is rolling right up on us quick. So, and I know that the kids don't want to be hearing that, but it's time.
Well, I'm sure there'll be like fall sports will be starting practices here in the next week or two.
Right. Ugh. Just the thought, right? Now, do you have grandkids with the fall sports as well?
Keegan and Belle both play soccer. And then Keegan does fall baseball too.
Yep.
So I don't know if he's going to do soccer.
Going to keep you busy and on your toes.
Oh, yeah.
You'll always be at some event, and then, you know, basketball will roll around.
Yep.
You'll be up at the odd for that helping out, I'm assuming.
Yes, I will. Yep.
Yeah. So, even though it's winter, it doesn't slow down.
No. No.
No. See what happens when you retire?
Yeah. You're busier than you were before.
That's right. Next week in Montpelier, if you missed it a couple of weeks ago here in Barrie, next week in Montpelier on the 18th of August from 5:30 to 7 is or I guess it's the week after. I got to look at a calendar. The week after. Monday, August 18th, the week after, 5:30 to 7 at the library in Montpelier is the harm reduction and overdose training that they held here a couple of weeks ago at the social club, the Barrie Social Club. And they said it was absolutely amazing, that they had a lot of people attend, and they look forward to doing more. And it's not, you know, it's really for everyone. It's literal education on the use of Narcan, and this is when they talk about harm reduction. It's not just harm reduction; it's harm reduction to the community, to everyone. You literally talk it out, and this is an open conversation about drugs in our community.
Yeah.
And how you know, how they're dealt with, and how to deal with things. And every day we hear more and more. I know we've recently had a couple more overdose deaths, and more overdoses as well, but a couple of overdose deaths lately. And when you look at you know, I said it the other day when they were here talking with me on Tuesday, you look at the age ranges, and the age range is frightening now. The age range starts at like 13 and goes all the way up to 72, as far as who is using, who's overdosing, who's dying. This affects literally every walk of life. And so attending these seminars is huge, and it's super important. And I was incredibly happy to hear that, yes, I tried to make the connection between Dick Wabi and Associated General Contractors with the Vermont Prevention Coalition, because they do a ton. Dick does a ton, he and his son, with the construction industry, because a lot of the employees in that industry end up doing the same. So they do suicide awareness, drug, alcohol, harm reduction, overdose awareness. They do all of that stuff there, and do it on all the job sites. It's part of their thing now. And so he has teamed up with them, and he's making sure that they have pizza. So everybody will have pizza, free pizza, to have for dinner at this meeting. So get down there and do that if you can. And then at the end of the month, we're going to have an overdose awareness vigil here in City Hall Park.
Oh,
and it'll be the first annual one for Barrie City. I've been wanting to do one here in Barrie for a while. I've gone down to the one in White River for a lot of years now. And so anybody out there, if you have a name to add to the list, if you want your loved one's name on the list so that it can be read in a candle, read in their honor, please reach out. You reach out to me, and I'll pass that information on over to the Turning Point Center, or you can reach out to the Turning Point Center yourself and get them a name. But there will be like a memory tree where you can make something and hang it on the tree for your loved one, and then the candle ceremony, and there will be community partners with Narcan and information, and different things about treatment and stuff in the park as well. and then they read the names of people lost to overdose. And the last time that I was in White River for this, it was well over 200 names that was read. And it's pretty staggering to hear it. Yeah. Yep. So no matter when, if you lost your loved one, reach out and we'll make sure to honor them on the 31st. And then please come out to that and attend with us. The more, the merrier. We would love to have you. So, yeah. What else is happening? Anything good?
Oh no, but I was just going to ask. I heard some noise upstairs. How we doing with the renovation?
So things are coming good upstairs. So things are moving along on the renovation. There was a little snag. So we got held up a little bit waiting for a couple of things to be done. And contractors are hard to find. They're hard to come by. And they're all super busy. And so, you get trucking right along and then all of a sudden you're at a lull again. And so we are coming right along, and I hope, right now I'm just saying that by the end of August, but not by the end of August, oh God, by the end of September we'll move. Yeah. We'll move into the new spot and
then they'll start working down.
Have everything up and running, and it'll be. I'm super excited, super anxious, and because it's going to be so different in such a different vibe, and because it's like an actual studio space. We're not in this room where I'm trying to use, backdrops and screens and whatever to close us in this big, huge space. We're literally, we're going to have our own studio, and I'm super excited about that. Yeah. Already have been meeting with Val, for the decals on the walls and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Good.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see, right? It just means that we're going to have to walk up the stairs.
Yeah.
But I need to exercise.
You?
So that's what we'll do. But that's where that's at. It's moving along, just not always as fast as I would like it. Thursday, over at Summer Street Tavern, they have started practicing for the weekend. Over at Summer Street Tavern out back, 30 Summer Street. It's Thirsty Thursday, $6 25-ounce draft beer, and they want you to come on down and have a draft or two. And they open the doors at 4:00.
So it's getting ready for the weekend.
Yeah, pre-gaming. And it's hot, and the air conditioner's on over there, and so a nice cold beer. Michael says "me too." I don't know what "me too" means. I don't know what he's talking about. "Me too," but maybe he's pre-gaming.
Maybe he's excited about moving
for the weekend.
Maybe.
Oh, he's excited for moving.
Probably,
yes, definitely. I know that he's definitely. Michael was the day I took him up there was a complete disaster, and he said, so when can we move in? And I said, well, it's going to be a while. And he was like, what do you mean? No big deal. We'll just, clean it up a little bit. I'll help, and we'll just move everything upstairs. But it wasn't quite that easy. It was pretty disastrous.
When I went up there with you, that place was like...
Yeah, it was pretty disastrous.
Yeah, you aren't moving in like tomorrow, lady.
No, for sure not. It took a lot of vision and a lot of work, and money too. And money and time, and but here we go. And he says he needs to walk up the stairs too, but that's why he got his tricycle. He's exercising now.
I was going to jump on it and take off the other night. But...
Have you tried it yet?
No.
You really should.
Did you?
I'm going to too. No, I want to. And I just wanted to I need to heal a little more before I dare to do that. But And he says, well, you don't even have to pedal, but I still just want, I want to wait until I know that
Yeah.
everything's good. But I want us to be, and it'll have to be before winter, of course, but I want us to take it up to the Odd some night.
Yeah, we'll do it in a
And
big parking lot.
Yeah, we'll invite people up to try if they want. I told him we could do that for like a freaking fundraiser
Yeah.
because everybody always wants to drive that thing.
Yeah.
And we'll go up there some night. We'll go live on a Thursday night, and we'll just ride the bike, ride the trike.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
fun.
and I think that trike company should start paying him money because I know myself already. I know 2 people that are absolutely buying one.
Really?
Because of Michael's. Yeah, it's and he says Brad took it for a spin on Tuesday. So Chief Vale took it for a spin on Tuesday, which is pretty cool. Everybody always loves it. It's a neat little machine,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll try it.
See, when I saw it the other night, for some reason I thought it was bigger. I don't know why, but I thought it was bigger. So,
You thought it was a circus trike
yeah,
or something?
yeah.
And so when you saw it, you thought
Well, I guess that's yeah.
I could do that?
All I could picture was this really huge thing and Michael on it coming down Main Street.
Well, what was that? There was some sort of tricycle. I remember, and maybe it was like a swamp show or something. It was something that my kids used to watch, and there was a huge tricycle. It was tall, huge tricycle with big, huge wheels. I can't remember what it was, but when you say that, now that's what I can think of. Yeah, we'll have to. But Glenn says he wants to try it too, so that'll be a perfect night for Glenn to come out. He can come out when we go up to the Odd, and
that'll
we
be
can
fun.
all give it a whirl. Yeah. He says it might be the answer to his mobility problems. Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure. It's super cool. Yeah. A couple of my friends have driven it. Michael sent me a video of my friend Kathy, Heritage Festival night, checking it out. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So I think that's it, folks. There's really not a lot. I mean, there's a lot going on as far as stuff going on in the community, stuff happening this weekend. The Den is doing a luau night Friday night. And Friday night, every Friday night at the Den is ladies' night. So they don't do no cover charge if you get there before 10 p.m. So there's no cover charge for the ladies. But luau party this Friday at 8:30 with Rusted Bones. That sounds like that would be fun. They're going to have specialty drinks, things like that going on. But the doors don't open at the Den on Friday until 6:30, and that's because they're closed for a private party until then. So they will be opening a little later Friday. So if you're planning to go to the Den, which is also prime rib night, Friday night, every Friday night, make sure that you don't go before 6:30. Yeah.
Cool.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Check out the events calendar. I'll try to post as much as I can, like I always do, and get out there and enjoy something. And get out to the races if you haven't been this year, and stop by the Race to Read booth. And if not with a donation, at least to say hi, meet some of the Race to Read drivers. They have some great young drivers and people involved in that. And good luck to them all.
And if it's still smoky out, I heard somewhere that they said if you stay out in that for 8 hours or more, and at least 8 hours, it's the same as smoking one cigarette.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
just from
Interesting.
breathing that air. Yep.
Interesting. I know the other day it burned my eyes when I was up in Burlington, when I was standing out waiting for the person that I was with to drive the car around to get me. It was so dense up there that you couldn't see across the entire parking lot, which you usually can, and it actually made my eyes burn. I didn't like it at all. You could smell it. I'm glad it's not that bad.
Yeah. So
here,
hopefully
for sure.
it clears out here in the next day or so.
Yeah, hopefully. But prepare yourselves
Yeah.
for some really hot, sticky, gross
Yep.
weather because
Be
it's
ready.
on the way. And as the little girl said this morning on WCAX, it's going to be jungle-like.
Jungle life.
Yeah, what a perfect time for
Jungle
a luau
love.
at the den, right? Yeah, it's going to all be fitting. So have a great weekend, everyone. I believe that Michael and I will be with you tonight. The only thing is that we will be remote. I'll be from home, he'll be from home, or maybe he'll be here and I'll be from home, but not going to come in tonight.
And as we close out, there goes the train whistle.
Yep, there's the train whistle. That train whistle. Boy, what a controversy that was.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. But I wasn't surprised.
No.
We hear it
Nothing
all the time.
surprises me anymore.
Me either. Take care, everyone.